It's a beautiful day here in Central Park, New York City, and I'm here with one of my favorite comedians. You've seen him from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, The Late Late Show with James Corden. Rest in peace to The Late Late Show. I mean, he's not dead, but the show is. He travels all around the world, actually, opening up for some of your favorite names in comedy. And if he's not already on your top 5 list, he should be. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Stephen Rodgers.
Hey, hi everybody.
That was a good intro, right?
That was great.
One take.
That was really good.
Sometimes I have to be like, oh wait, hold on, let me do that again, and then I'm just like, oh, and it's so embarrassing.
I was the only people that were let down by that were all the other people in the park thinking I was more famous.
Well, you know, hey, I think like here's my thing about that, right? Like people probably see us and they think, what idiots.
Well, that's how I feel.
Because like I'm walking with a GoPro, and like it's like, oh, what are they doing? Like if I saw people like looking like the way we look right now,
yeah,
I'd be like, I'd film them and make fun of them.
Yeah, the only people that look dumber are the horses.
I feel so bad for these horses.
So bad for them.
My wife is a vegan, and anytime she can't even go through this area of the park because with like we'll get in fists. Like one time we saw the horse, and she just gets so mad. She yells cruelty. Like if we're on a bike, and I'm like, oh my god, baby, stop. Man. But like she really like lets them have it, and it's so uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable.
And one time we saw a movie, Lincoln Center. It was like 10 o'clock at night. The horses were on their way back to this like very, very small stable that they all are like locked up in Midtown, which is crazy. And she was like, you mother effer, like, it's cruelty. And I'm her husband, so I gotta be like, yeah, man, F you, dude. Like, and then he was like, what, you wanna go? And I was like,
oh, you really?
And I was like, you wanna go? And I took my backpack off, and I was like, let's go right now. And then this other, so he was driving a carriage with a horse, and this lady in front of him was like also in a carriage with a horse, but she was like, don't engage with them. They don't know what they're talking about. And my wife's like, oh, we don't know what we're talking about? And then she like spewed out some like horse carriage facts or something at him, and she's ready. Did he just say penis?
Yeah, he was listing things he doesn't have.
I love that. That's exactly what I would do if I saw this. But he's also riding a scooter with a helmet on, so who's the real penis?
Well, he rode by so fast. That kid's running on the most adrenaline, and look how fast he's going.
He is going. Well, he's on an electric scooter and he's going downhill. But I think it's fun. But he didn't really. It was like a bad drive-by. Because he kind of stopped a little bit. I could have decked him. I mean, I wouldn't punch a kid. Could have though.
Man, that kid's feeling really alive right now.
I'm so like, I got my energy, my blood's boiling because even talking about the horse carriages and me almost getting into a fist fight really does it. It's not great.
Man,
I love the Central Park this day.
It's very nice.
It's cloudy, which is not too bad because there's a little bit of a breeze.
It's a little sweaty. But I'm digging it. I love the park.
I love it. Do you come here often?
You hitting on me? I like it here a lot. I'll come here. I don't come here as much as I'd like, but there's also, I think I just spoke and spit, and the wind just hit me in the face with my own spit.
You spit on yourself?
Yes.
That's cool.
But the only thing that stops me is tourists like that.
Yeah, yelling penis at you.
Yeah. And it's annoying. I mean, I am wearing a shirt that says, please shout penis at me.
Do you want to know what's funny? This isn't the first time that people have yelled dumb shit when I've been doing this.
Of course not. What have they yelled?
I was in Baltimore, and some guy walked by and yelled, fucking nerds. And I was doing a Talkie Walkie with Brett Druck.
Well, that one's more accurate.
Yeah, he is a nerd.
Oh, well, I mean, that kid could have yelled that.
Oh, that's true.
I like Brett.
Oh, I love Brett. Yeah. No, I don't have a bad word. He's a funny guy. Funny guy. So you grew up in Syracuse.
Now we're on that guy's show.
Yeah, I know. So you grew up in Syracuse.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere that your parents were really into comedy. It often would show you videos like the Three Stooges and Looney Tunes, and did that like help shape your love for comedic timing and for laughter?
For
comedy?
sure. I watched the Stooges all the time. Still will. And Looney Tunes. I'm a child. But yeah, I watched pretty much everything very quickly when I was younger. I remember them watching Insomniac, and that was the only one I couldn't watch with them.
The David Tell show.
Yeah.
Ah.
And everything else. And then when I was old enough to watch Insomniac, it was like a big deal.
So, but did you? What was like the first stand-up you saw? Do you remember?
Wendy Liebman.
Wendy is so cool.
Wendy is one of my favorite
I
comics
love
ever.
Wendy. She's a friend of mine.
Oh, she's the best.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I did a Zoom show with her during the pandemic, and I was like freaking out the entire time. Like I was just like losing it. And I think I DM'd her, but
you hit it on her? You hit it on Wendy?
I hit on Wendy.
Nice.
I don't know if she knows this. I mean, but yeah, when I saw her HBO half hour,
yeah,
I was like, whatever this is, I want to do that.
Well, how old were you when you saw that?
Probably, I don't know, 10 or something.
Wow.
And
that's so cool.
And then it just started the obsession. Like Dangerfield was quickly after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in high school when Blue Collar came out.
Oh, okay. Is that Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy, Ron White, and Bill Engvall. And Bill Engvall was the first stand-up I saw live.
Wow.
And it just kind of like, just a domino effect. I just kept finding more and more and more of it. Mm-hmm. Like the 80s, there was such a boom.
There was.
When you're a 90s kid,
yeah.
it was all there for you to.
I'm trying to remember, like, I can't think of the first person I ever saw do stand-up. I can't remember. I was big into Carrot Top in high school.
Oh, man.
Loved him.
That's weird. It doesn't sound like he influenced you
Oh,
at
that
all.
completely checks out. Are you kidding? I was into, like, Andy Kaufman stuff. Like,
and you won the award.
I know, I did.
That's so cool.
It is so cool.
It's
comes
easy
full
to win.
circle. It's not easy to win. What are you talking about?
No, easy to wince.
Oh, sure.
I was going to give you crap for wincing, but it's easy to wince when someone says something you've done.
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, it is cool. I think we should go down here and kind of cut through this like walkway.
Let's do it.
It's pretty fun.
I think this is the Harry Met Sally.
Oh, is that right?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
don't quote me.
They won't fact check you. Yeah. This is where Harry met Sally. Wasn't it on the top of the Empire State Building, or is that You Got Mail?
Well, there's a scene in Harry Met Sally where they're in Central Park, and I think it's down here, but I don't remember. You'll see what I mean.
All right. That's so cool.
But and then the first stand-up I became truly obsessed with was Ray Romano.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad and I would watch Everybody Loves Raymond like every night.
Did you know him for that show or for his stand-up?
I think I saw his half hour not that long after I saw Wendy's.
Oh, wow.
Because I could, they had them all.
Sure.
And he did one as well. And then the show I just became obsessed with. Mm-hmm. And the show I loved because that was the first time I saw someone stand up in a show.
Right.
Because it was some of the jokes were almost word for word.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
I did not even know that.
Yeah. And then but it was all those people really affected me.
Oh no, I don't smoke. Sorry. We're filming a podcast, sir. What are you doing? So did your parents obviously were very supportive, right?
Yeah.
That's always helpful, isn't it?
Yes. Are yours?
Oh my God, yeah. They
That's
couldn't
great.
be more supportive.
Oh, that's really
It's
good.
almost like to a sickening degree where if I was like, hey guys, I think I want to be like a goat farmer now, they'd be like, okay. They'd buy me goats or whatever.
If my dad was here, he'd be holding the camera. Like,
that's so nice.
That's so much.
I love that. And I hate it when I see other people, like one of my best friends growing up, like his parents kind of like, before he even had the opportunity to make a choice, kind of had his life plotted out for him.
Oh, man.
And it's very sad. And he's like, I mean, he's making a ton of money being a doctor now, but he's told me before, like, I am not happy.
Right.
Like, I wish I did something more creative in my life. I was like, yeah, well, you're in your 30s, bro. Change it up.
Oh, we're about to see child labor.
This. Hold on, I got a pen over here. There's these kids. This is so fun. Well, they're 9 years old.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Oh, very good. Very cool. Well, that is, okay.
This is probably a good time to tell you I signed you up for next.
Am I next? Am I going to do stand-up?
Yeah.
I love that. That reminded me, just seeing seeing those children busk street perform was very similar to like me and my dad's like summers growing up in Milwaukee, because I would go to all these events and I'd street perform there, juggling shows, and he'd just be in the back like watching. So like it really is like really cool, I think.
That's so nice.
And I was about the same age. I was like 9, 10 when I started doing that. But this isn't about me. This is about Steven Rodgers.
Please. Yeah, my parents came to like my first bunch of mics.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's nice, and they should be compensated.
They should. They should. Open mics are tough to watch because usually, at least in New York, it's just other comics waiting to go on.
And well, in Syracuse, it was the same, but you had audience, you know, and that's your place to be bad. And I don't mean like in a bad, like it's your place to learn.
You can fail at an open mic and no one will bat an eye.
Exactly. But like you look back at when you were bad, and then you're like, oh, I want to apologize to those people.
Oh, that's totally true. Hey, do you remember the first joke you ever wrote?
I remember. Oh, yeah. The first time I did stand-up was my graduation party, because my parents were like, if you don't do it for like your friends and family, how are you gonna be able to do it for like strangers?
Oh, so you had to do it with your friends. That's brutal.
It was brutal, and well, it ended up being fine. But like, you know, I want to make sure all those people see me live now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have.
I think most of them have now. But the first joke I remember getting a laugh was, you know, thanks everybody for being here at my graduation party. As you know, I'm trying to be a stand-up comedian, so I will be asking you all for money again.
That's good.
Yeah, and then the rest are really bad.
Again is funny too. Asking for money again.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was the John Wick fountain.
Oh, John Wick. I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the Bethesda fountain?
Yeah. As you can see, if I was a tour guide, I'd be like, you guys ever seen this movie?
I think it was here.
You should check it out. It's pretty good.
No, everyone always thinks it's like the Friends fountain.
No.
You know, but that's in LA. And a lot.
Yeah.
But it could have been. I mean, it looks like it could have been here. It probably was trying to look like this fountain.
And I think if I heard correctly, the water was freezing, and it was like 5 in the morning or something.
Oh, really?
Or something. Like they did it so early because they needed it dark.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. I wasn't there.
Thanks for the facts, the fun fact. You know a lot about TV and film, more than I thought you did.
Well, I mean, if you've noticed, all of them were me going, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, that's what's so funny about it. You could be like the unsure tour guide. That's a good character.
Yeah.
That could be a funny bit.
We're ruining someone's picture.
Oh, absolutely. Or are we making it better? We're going down the stairs now here. We're on like 72nd, if you're like gonna parallel with the 72nd Street.
Has anyone walked the same walk as you?
I don't think so, but I mean...
They should.
They could if they wanted to exercise. It's going to be a good amount of steps in, I think. I can always tell on my phone whenever I do a Talkie Walkie because I have like 10,000 steps that day. And then an extra like...
Which, I didn't say this yet. Best title.
Talkie Walkie?
Great title.
Norman came up with it.
Great title.
Well, he was like, you can call it Walkie Talkie, and then I Googled it.
Regan bit.
What is it? What's the bit?
How did they come up with the walkie-talkie? He's like, it's a military. It was a military invention.
Yeah.
And he goes, look at all the names of military equipment. You know, Tomahawk missile.
Yeah.
And all those tough names.
Yeah.
He's like, walkie-talkie. Hey, look, I'm walkie and I talkie.
That's such a I can hear him say that now.
And he goes, and this is the whammy kablammy, and this is the Rudy Tooty aim and
Dude,
shooting.
look at this guy with the snake. Sorry to cut you off, but
you're gonna put that snake on you, aren't you?
Yeah. New York is crazy. But so Mark was like, how about walkie-talkie? And I was like, I Googled it, it's been done. So I was like, how about Talkie Walkie?
Never
and
done.
That's also been done, but they haven't posted it for a couple years.
Photo with snakes, guys. Anybody want to try it?
Do you want to get your photo with the snake?
No. Do you?
I mean, I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
But I do. I have a thing with snakes.
I've seen something with you and a snake, right? Have you done anything with a snake?
I think so.
For some reason, I feel like I've seen you with a snake.
I might have posted a photo with a snake around my neck at some point. I used to have 14 snakes.
What?
Yeah. I had a snake and it had babies.
Oh my!
And so my dad and I, we captured a snake from camping up north.
Yeah.
Put it in like this styrofoam thing, drove it back to Wisconsin. Or we were up north in Wisconsin, drove it back to Milwaukee. We put it in a cage with like grass and food, water. And then one day I wake up and there's like...
Are you a blogger?
Am I a blogger? No, we're doing a podcast. Yeah, you can say hi. Yeah, that's
Look
two.
at that.
All right.
That's perfect.
Thank you. And then...
All right, we just have to search New Yorker.
Yeah, we'll find them. And you know what's so funny? One person did like reach out and was like, "I'm in the background of this video." I'm like,
that's hilarious.
That's wild. Anyway, so we brought the snake back home, and we didn't know it had babies. And then we took them to a pet store and sold them.
Man,
We monetized it.
you put it in styrofoam and like a doggy container.
I mean, we didn't tell my mom that we had a snake in the car, and so we had to put it in like a tight container that it wouldn't escape, and that's what we chose. Probably
Wow.
not the best idea, but
I just feel bad. Like I just imagine like someone accidentally swapping that with their leftovers.
oh yeah. Well, it wasn't. And I mean, I feel terrible now to just like displace a poor snake from its
Yes.
habitat. Like I was a child back then.
Of course.
And I like begged my dad to keep it, and he was like, "All right." And
Man.
but then we did actually end up releasing it into the wild.
Oh,
'cause
good.
We didn't sell that one, so that felt
Just
good.
as children.
Okay, that doesn't make me feel good about it, but, you know. All right, thankfully I can edit my own podcast. All right. I had Caitlin Palufo, your fiance, on the show.
Yeah.
Did you see her episode?
I did see her episode.
What did you think?
I liked that you kind of went on our route.
Well, that's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel like I was like taking your place a little bit?
No, it was
We
not.
went out. It was nice. We went out and got ice cream. She was like, "This is the best I've ever been treated my entire life."
Oh, I'm working on it. I like the walks with her.
But this is
Did you have
far.
fun?
I had a great time. She
Yeah.
is nonstop. She is hilarious every
Yeah.
second.
Yes.
But I will say, for the record, this is a much more romantic walk than I took Caitlin on.
Yes, this is a better date.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did you have you ever been to the boathouse? Oh
No.
god, that audio is gonna be great. That'll be fun to edit. That's good. The boathouse, big bathroom. Good. They have some good food over here.
I think I did a mic here during the pandemic. They did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is the so Caitlin Palufo? She's a very funny comedian. Your fiance.
Yes.
What is the best part, and then again the worst part about being with another comedian?
The best part is pretty much everything. As far as like full understanding, you don't have to explain all the minor things, like
Being out late.
Being out late.
Yeah.
When you get a spot on a date night and you're like, ooh, this one I kind of have to take.
Yeah.
Or also your complaints.
Oh yeah.
If you had a hard day, she's also had that same day, most likely.
Very true.
And me as well as on her end. We can edit that.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, there we go. She can translate whatever I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
The worst part is when I forget that I shouldn't run jokes by her, because she's obviously got a better understanding of it.
Wait,
So-
what do you mean? So when you say, "Hey, is this funny?"
I ran a joke by her the other day, and it's worse when it's you tell a comic a joke and it didn't land.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. But I'm funnier with her when I'm not running bits.
Okay. All right.
So I don't run bits by her. as
That's
much.
crazy. Did she run bits by you?
No.
Oh wow.
But when I see her on stage, it's always killer.
Yeah.
And I was on, like, every time I'm on stage and she's in the audience, I hear her laughing the whole time.
Oh, that's great.
So I think not running bits is something I learned and actually better for us.
See, I will run bits by my non-comedian wife.
Yeah.
All the time, and
And?
she just goes.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't deal with that.
She's supportive,
Yeah.
but she doesn't want to be the guinea pig.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, is this clip funny? And she'll be like, I'm in the middle of doing 100 things right now.
Right.
What do you want me to see? I'm like, this crowd, when I call this guy like, a silly goose, is that funny? She's like, yeah, it's great. Post it, see what happens.
It's like if I run a bit by her, she won't say no.
Yeah.
Or she won't say, not funny. She's always supportive. But when she's silent after a bit, not only is it like, but also my brain fills the silence.
Yep, with
what I think she might be thinking.
Get a real job.
Yeah.
Get quit comedy. Move.
She's
Kill
like,
yourself. Do it.
I'll take care of the comedy in this house.
Oh man.
But no, she's very supportive. But I save the presentation of bits for her when she sees me live.
Okay.
And vice versa.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now I've seen a lot of like couples start to film like sketches together. Have you ever thought about doing that?
We did a sketch together when we started dating. I had an idea for a sketch because every time I parallel park with her, I get very nervous.
Oh yeah?
So we wrote a sketch together. It's on YouTube. It's good, but it's like, I don't want to work with our time together.
Yeah.
We've done The Adventures of Caitlin and Steve, which we're...
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. And there's sometimes, we'll probably keep doing them throughout our relationship.
Those are fun.
Yes, they've been really fun. And that was her idea and very funny.
Mm-hmm.
But every time we're together, I'm like, I don't want to be working.
Right, of course.
I'm enjoying you.
Well, what do you like to do on your off time then together?
Together we'll go out to eat. She's a big restaurant
Big
head.
foodie?
Big foodie.
What's your favorite type of food?
Mine? I'm a picky eater.
I know, me too. I am as well.
But
I think we get along well because of that.
Yeah, I'm currently trying to remedy that. But for the most part, and I think she'd agree, I'd be like, you pick where we go and I'll figure it out.
Okay. Are you like a mac and cheese kind of a guy? Pizza, chicken fingers, like
yeah,
that?
I mean, Picky Eating 101 is definitely my favorite food.
Yeah.
But I'm venturing out. I'm actually doing a show called The Feast of My Worries, where I have comedians come on and give me 2 foods I've never had.
Ooh, wait, when is this? I need to be there.
I'm filming them.
Ah, okay.
I'd love to have you.
I'd love to do it.
Yeah. So 2 comedians bring out 2 foods I've never had.
That's so fun.
And I've done like 7 of them so
Wow.
far.
How are you with spicy food?
Spicy, I'm fine.
Really? Have you done like the hot chip challenge or anything?
No. Have you?
I did it before I was open for Norman, and we did it in the green room before I went on.
Well, you had to have been sweating.
I was in the Albany Funny Bone.
Oh, I love Albany.
Yeah, and I was like, Kayla, I need ice cream. So she got me a bowl of ice cream.
Oh,
and I was just like, eating. Mark was filming the whole thing. I'll put it on I should put that on my Patreon.
You should.
I haven't done anything with it yet.
Shout out to Kayla, she's the best.
Oh, she's so good. And I headlined there, and I couldn't draw that well. I was like, ugh.
I have a similar issue.
Hey, let's go up here. Let's go up here. I haven't been up here before. We're just gonna cut through.
Let's get hit by a bike.
Yeah. The Belvedere Castle.
Oh yeah. You know what movie was shut down?
Oh my God. There's probably a ton actually.
I would assume.
So you had the similar experience in Albany?
Yeah, I headline as Do Yourself.
Yeah.
God, I have to read how to talk. But
you have to read how to talk.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. Yeah.
But well, no. And I'm grateful for everyone that's there, and but leading up to it, I don't know if you get. I think we've talked about this when you get the emails of how many you've sold.
I hate the counts. When I get the counts, and
it's not personal. Everyone's doing their job.
Yeah.
But you do look at that number and you're like, oh, so that's how much I'm worth in Albany.
Yeah.
Or that's how many people I'm worth in Baltimore.
Well, that's part of the reason why I started this podcast, was to help with my draw, because people are like, you just gotta do podcasts. Yeah. I'm like, all right. Well, so I started a podcast, and this is only like, I've only done maybe a little more than a dozen.
Sure.
I feel like I gotta get into the hundreds before I really start seeing any like good movement. I don't know, but like I put my heart and soul into Talkie Walkie, and every time I post one, I lose money. Because it's just like time and money to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think people appreciate it.
I hope so.
They just,
Basically, I'm asking you to pay me for the podcast.
Yeah, sure. I'll buy you something.
All right. I'm kidding. Jokes. But you are from Syracuse, and there's a funny bone in Syracuse. So is your draw better back home?
Yes.
Well, that's nice.
I've been fortunate that it fills up when I'm home. That's
awesome.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
It's the best.
Especially when girls that rejected you come to see you.
Oh.
That's a good feeling too.
I've had that happen once by mistake. I don't think they knew I was going to be at the show.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
I like it because it feels I made them laugh. They enjoyed me, and it's less. I feel like it's a sweeping of the. Because I'm probably more uncomfortable than they are. I'm like,
right.
I made them feel weird. I made them have to say no.
Oh, sure.
And hurt my feelings.
You're right.
And now I just made them laugh. And
right.
I'm like, okay, I feel like this is all settled up.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, these are girls you had crushes on.
Girls I had crushes on.
Okay. I had some exes come out once, and it's just like.
No, exes.
Then they try to crawl out of the woodwork and be like, hey.
Oh, no.
And it's like, no, that ship has sailed.
Very happy.
Yep. Married 10 years, we're done.
Yeah, man. Congrats.
Thanks, man. So you are a jokesmith, I would say, because every time I'm with you, even we'll go to basketball games together, we'll hang out, we're buddies.
Yes.
And you always have a joke book with you.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that you have it. And I love that because you're always writing down ideas, things that come into your mind.
Yeah.
What is the latest thing that you wrote down that you can share with us that you're working on?
Ooh. I'm trying to think of one that would be funny. But
it doesn't have to be funny. We can even work on it if you want.
Well, we kind of were already talking about it, so this kind of works out. Look at this. This is killer.
Have you been over here before? The Belvedere
only
Castle.
On Spider-Man.
Oh my God. Okay. Someone really needs to fact check his movie trivia.
No, the game. The game. You can come over here. I swear.
Wait, the game?
Yeah.
What's the game?
The Spider-Man game.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the movie.
No, in the game you can come over here. Oh, I have been here with Caitlin.
Oh, all right. Very cool. Not a lot of people know about this castle in the middle of Central Park. And I wish I had a fact to tell you about it, but do you know anything about it?
Yeah, on a side quest in Spider-Man, there's a gang you have to fight here.
Is that true?
Yeah. So check out Spider-Man.
Hey, our first sponsor on Talkie Walkie.
Second one comes out in October.
Oh my God, are you a big gamer?
Yeah, I like gaming.
I had no idea about this.
I do it when it's like an outlet. I'll do solo game. And just blow off some steam. Fight crime.
Yeah, man. All right, so what's the bit?
All right.
Tell me the bit.
It's about how my girlfriend is an extrovert and I'm an introvert.
It's so funny. My wife tells me every day to write a bit about that.
Oh, yeah?
Because my wife is a homebody.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're very extroverted. You're very good at it.
I'm not, I can turn it on and off, though. I don't want, I don't walk into a room begging for attention. No. Like some people.
No, nothing about
who you are.
Nothing about what we're doing right now is calling for attention.
Well, there's time and a place.
I know, it's true. My girlfriend's an extrovert and I'm an introvert, so it's like when I'm at a party with her, it's kind of like watching a veteran magician. I'm just like, wow, how do you do that? And she's like, I've been doing this for years. And when I socialize, it feels like it's my first day guessing people's weight.
at a carnival?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Your first you're just shot down.
Well, I kind of and then I kind of wanted to where I'm doing an act of all right, I'm about to jump in and try it. And
double Dutch?
Yeah. But it kind of worked, but then I pitched it to Caitlin and she's like, it should be my girlfriend, which she socializes, is a lot like a veteran magician. And when I socialize, it feels like all I'm pulling out is dead rabbits.
Oh, that's funny.
It is. It's better.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe you should run your bits by her more often. She gives you the gold.
That one was the time it went well.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Most of the time when I'm talking to Gina, it's just. Look, our ladies, our gals, very supportive, and we love them. But I do feel like it's time and place for me because I'm always. Here, let's go back down this way.
Yeah, sure.
Whenever I'm because I don't think we can film inside the castle. I mean, we might be able to, but it might be weird. And I'm always like asking her to listen to my jokes in the worst time.
Yes. Well,
like we're both like, because whenever I'm writing, she's already working on something else because we're not together. So, path closed. No.
The what's this straight ahead, or is that just to this thing? It's to that thing.
Oh no, I think it goes around. All right, let's get lost. Let's get lost together.
Let's get hit by a runner.
Let's get lost tonight.
No, it's good running bits by her. I just don't want to bomb for someone I respect that much.
Right.
But did I make a mistake?
No, I'm gonna come to your side. Ooh, there we go.
So that, I guess it's not that I can't. It's just that I don't want to have her see it in its infantile stage.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
I was waving.
Oh, nice. People must think this is like a front-facing camera or something because a lot of people wave, but I'm like, it's just
makes sense.
The back of a GoPro you're staring at.
But that's like a little show for you during the show.
It is fun for me.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe I should get a camera that faces out so people can see what we're looking at.
Oh.
Like, and then show it at the bottom of the screen. But that's so much work for.
That is a lot of work.
I don't know.
After 100 episodes.
Yeah, maybe you'll get to see the surrounding area. So you go on the road, and I touched about this in your intro, but you go on the road and you open up for some of the biggest names in comedy.
I'm very fortunate. Yeah.
Nate Bargatze.
Yes.
Brian Regan.
Yes.
Tom Papa.
Yes.
Who am I forgetting?
Joe List sometimes.
Joe List sometimes. I said biggest names in comedy. No, I'm just kidding.
He's killer.
He is.
I know you know.
New special comes out soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's that like? How like, yeah, because I have. Hello, ladies. How you doing? Hi. I just started, playing some theaters.
I've never seen. I love that you called them ladies. That was very.
I don't know.
No, it was very sweet.
You know what I've been doing? I've been calling like younger kids like ladies,
Men?
and whenever I see like an older couple, I'm like, hey kids.
Oh,
And I think
that's
they like
great.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody wants to be the age they're not.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Like I definitely don't want to be my age.
No, I'm starting to look my age, which I used to not. But
I think you look good.
Thanks.
I don't know how old you are, but we can keep it a secret.
Yeah, 83.
Oh my God, yeah, you do look good.
But
yeah, it's such a great opportunity
to ramble. That's what I just did.
Yeah, to open for some bigger names. I think it's so fun because less pressure for you, right? People aren't there for you, but you can have you're performing in an amazing venue.
Well, you came with me once to Regan.
Yeah,
and
that was so fun.
It was very fun.
1,300 people, I think, were there that night.
It's the pressure I experience is more like, we've all gone to a show and the warm up didn't warm up.
Right.
Right. So I'm very aware that they're not there for me, and this is not my show.
Right.
So I want it to. I want the headliner to come out and not only are they excited, but they're ready for jokes.
Ah, yeah.
And they've only heard jokes.
So you don't do crowd work?
No.
All right.
And but that's just the people I work with are only doing jokes.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give them something that they aren't there to see.
Ah.
And
smart guy.
Yeah.
You want to keep your job? That's nice.
I want to keep my job.
Yeah.
But I also want to sneak in one or two new.
Oh.
But they've all been said before.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they're virgin to the theater.
That's awesome.
And
that's cool.
I want to grow at the same time as doing my job.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a juggle, which is fun saying in front of you.
Don't say it again. I will kill. Trying to forget about that life.
You can think about the past.
No, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, so I'm very grateful for all of them. I mean, Brian, I've been with the longest.
Yeah.
And he's, a hero. I remember.
I gotta fix my shoelace. Can you hold this stick
I'll
for a
hold
second?
it.
All right, you can keep talking.
I want to get your tying in. Oh, look at that.
So, Brian, you've been with the longest.
Yeah, I remember liking him since I was in middle school.
Did you see Two Jokers?
I just listened to that album for the first time.
It's pretty good.
I couldn't find it until recently.
It's on YouTube too, the video.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
well,
that's how
I
I
didn't
saw
look
it.
hard enough. I found the audio and it's so
Two
good.
Jokers is a video from, or a special from the 80s?
Yeah,
90s?
I believe so.
With Brian Regan and his brother.
Dennis Regan.
Dennis Regan. Both great comics.
Killer jokes the whole time. And yeah, so I've been with Brian since before I lived in New York City.
Wow.
And then I met Tom and Nate recently, and I've been working with them recently.
That's so cool. And Taylor Tomlinson, right?
Taylor Tomlinson I met through Brian, because we both started opening for him at the same time. And then Taylor blew up not that long after.
That's so cool.
And I've opened for her like maybe a handful of times.
Wow.
But we're just friendly, and it was so fun talking. We both geeked out together because we're both Regan fans.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we both geeked out telling each other our Regan stories.
That's so awesome.
So I think that kind of got us to be closer, and she's the best.
Do you have
She's
any
awesome.
good Regan stories you can share?
Have I told you how I met him? I think I have.
Well, tell me again. Because you haven't told them.
Yeah, that's right. I was doing the Lucy Fest in Jamestown.
Oh, I just did that last week.
That's right.
Yeah.
I told you it would be fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I got to perform on the stage you filmed your special on.
Yes.
That was so cool.
So in that room, the reason I picked that room for my special was that room changed my life.
Wow.
Because both the Colbert Booker saw me there 1 year, and in the 2 years prior to that, Regan saw me in there.
Oh, wow. He went to the festival?
So he was main headliner of the festival, or
Oh, wow.
one of them. And after his shows, and I've gotten to do this with him since, he likes to go see stand-up.
Wow.
He's a big fan of stand-up, obviously.
I've heard him actually. Norman told me he went to one of his shows once.
Right.
He was like, yeah.
So
That's crazy.
And Regan came and watched our showcase, and the showcase had me, Samuel Bade, Kelly McFarlane, and Sam Morril.
Wow. What a killer lineup.
Yeah, I think one other comic in it, but I'm not sure. And I was first, and all the people running the show were like freaking out, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, Regan's coming here. And I had just watched Regan and left early
Oh, yeah, yeah.
to come to my show.
Wow.
And they're like, Regan's gonna come watch. I'm like, I really hope he's here after I'm off.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't want him
yeah.
to watch me.
Really?
I didn't want to find out if he thought I was funny or not.
Oh, okay.
I would rather not know.
Was it a late night set?
Yeah.
Like it was a little brunch? Like you could be like anything goes kind of thing?
Yes, but I'm not
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
I typically lean clean.
Yeah.
So I did like 15 minutes, and right as I was going on stage, I watched him come in and sit down. So the whole set, I knew he was in the room.
How nervous did that make you?
Pretty nervous, and like all my jokes were coming out of whatever came to mind, I told.
Uh-huh.
Like the set list went out the window.
Wow, okay, so you're just feeling the moment. It's very hard to do that.
Yeah, and the festival, I think they did it for you. They had a screen up that had your headshot and your socials on the wall somewhere.
I don't think they did that for me.
It wouldn't be where you could see it.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe they did it.
It wasn't next to you. It was like somewhere on the wall.
Oh, okay, maybe. Possibly.
They most likely did it.
Okay.
And I saw it before I went up, and I saw that I was wearing the same shirt. And
I love that.
so when I was kind of frantically grabbing any joke that came to mind,
Yeah.
I was like, I need to figure out how to land this plane.
Yes.
So I riffed about having the same shirt as that screen, and it got an applause break, and it was enough time to go, this joke, this joke, this joke.
Wow.
And then I got out of there, and I got off stage, and it was like one of the few times at the time that I sweat on stage.
Wow.
I don't really sweat unless I'm like freaking out.
Sure.
And I hit stop on my phone, and I look up, and he had gotten up from his table and walked over to shake my hand.
Oh my God.
I know, it changed I was just like freaking out. And he goes, hey, great set. And I wanted to let him know I watched him earlier that night, so I said, you too, which is his but that's his famous bit.
Oh, right.
So it looked like I was just quoting his bit to him.
Was that cringy or is that funny?
He laughed because I went, no, not the bit, I saw you earlier.
Oh, you covered. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
And he laughed and he goes, well, just great job again.
Wow, what a nice thing to do.
Yeah, and then a month later, his manager reached out to me.
His manager?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you know him, but then he called me. I was at the grocery store that I worked at.
Well, how did the phone call go?
Well,
you were working at the grocery store when he called you?
I got a message saying, please call this number. And I called, and right after work. So I was like in the uniform. And then they're like, Brian would like you to open for him at these dates.
And he gave you like a list of dates?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
And then it
start with one.
And then it went well, and then got another one, and then it kicked off from there.
Wow. Yeah. That's so awesome.
And yeah, pretty awesome.
I love that.
Very grateful.
I think you did tell me that, but I didn't know the part about the Jamestown thing, I don't think.
Yeah. And then I met Nate through Brian. We played poker.
Yeah, I hear he loves to play poker.
That was very fun. And then I met Tom through his radio show with Fortune Feimster. Oh.
Want to walk through here?
Yeah, let's do it.
There is a guy singing, and people seem to love
Shallow.
this. Wow. This guy a couple bucks.
It's from both of us. How do I switch it? You need evidence that he's a good person. Look at that.
Yeah. So good. Love it. Oh my God.
Hilarious.
Hold on, let's go. Let me go over here. Hey, dude. Look who I'm with.
Hello.
I'm recording a podcast. Can I call you back in like 20 minutes?
Proof that he's got management. My management would call me, but I think my parents are at the grocery store, so they'll call me after.
Okay, awesome.
This is a new part of the podcast where the guest kills time and looks like he has no friends, but also has a GoPro.
Okay.
Oh, good. They're talking longer. Marcus, when you edit this footage, know that I'm actually not inconvenienced, but this is definitely exposure therapy for me. You should check out John Wick. It's pretty good. Bye, Rory. Hi, Rory.
Would you disappear on me?
No, I haven't disappeared. I'm here.
We were just talking about you on this podcast.
Yeah, we were.
I'm talking to my manager right now, who we just talked about how Steven got hooked up with Brian Regan and how you called them after his shift at the grocery store and gave him some dates. So we're like, this could have been perfect timing.
The reason Brian hooked up with him is he felt sorry for him.
He felt sorry for him?
We're considering the relationship as shallow.
I heard he's writing it off.
He wrote you off a long time ago.
Oh no. I didn't want to get in the middle of this.
No, this is great. I love this.
Yeah, all right.
All
right, have fun, boy.
We will.
Man. So yeah, just hit me up tomorrow after you chat.
Well, I'm chatting with him.
Oh.
Fucker. So funny. Hey.
Really?
You hung up on me.
Yeah, I
I
saw a
didn't
flick.
hang up on you.
went like-
you flicked up and you hung up on me.
Listen to me. I didn't hang up on you, fucker. I'm sitting right here in
All
the
right,
office.
all right, all right.
You're making me nauseous. You're in a park making me nauseous with the camera.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
So you're talking to him tomorrow, you'll call me after, yeah?
I will call you as soon as the meeting is done.
Can't wait.
And good and bad. I'll tell you everything he says.
All right.
I'll talk to you guys right after.
Why aren't you calling me?
I'll call you.
You're so full of shit.
I will call you, but just know that I'm always worried that you're gonna be busy.
You're an asshole. I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you, man. Talk to you soon.
Love you guys.
All right,
Love you.
later, bro.
Oh, man.
People we have to compete with are like.
Oh, that was good.
was-
That's good. You got my panic attack on video.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
All right.
I did bits into the camera.
Oh, I'm so happy you did.
I wanted you to have something to watch while you edited.
That's so funny because Caitlin also took the.
Did she really?
Well, when I was ordering and paying for the ice cream we got, she took the camera and was like, "Hey, everyone!" And it was.
She's the best.
She's so cool.
I can't wait to marry her.
When do you
I
guys?
was gonna do a bit, and then I just said something truly honest. So cut it out.
Do you really want me to cut it out?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
I want her to send her to that.
I'll tag her in that clip.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that clip is sure to go viral. Just a man loving his fiance.
Oh yeah. I love that. You guys are so in love. That's so great. Sometimes you meet guys and they're like, all they do is talk shit about their spouses.
Yeah.
I'm like, that just makes you look bad.
Well, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Also, like, even if you're doing it for a joke.
Oh, I mean like people who are serious.
Oh,
like not
God.
comics. Like I get it, the comedy thing I get. But like people are just like, oh, my wife,
Well, some people do it for a joke off, non-comic, whatever, off, not for content or whatever. And they'll do it to make someone laugh. And I'm like, but if you do that enough, you might start to think you don't like your spouse.
Yeah, that's weird to me. Why would you choose to spend time with someone you don't like?
Yes, exactly.
Never understood it. What
Yeah.
was that? What were we talking about before Rory called?
We're just talking
I
comedy.
tipped that guy money.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was nice. Did you film me giving the guy money?
I did.
It's good. I want people to know that I got
I
money.
literally held it up and I go, I just want you guys to see the proof that he is a good person.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I always like to I started out street performing. I think it's fun to give money to
What
performers.
was your first spot in street performing? Like, where would you go?
Oh,
Was it in Milwaukee?
Yeah, it must have been this event called River Splash in Milwaukee. It was a free festival, and I get paid by this theater company, Milwaukee Public Theater, to go out there and juggle. And I wouldn't ask for tips or anything. I would just, because I got paid to be there.
Yeah.
So I would just be there juggling. Then I finally put together a show, because I was just like doing tricks.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, and I put together a show, and I went to this place called Bastille Days. And then I started busking there, but I wasn't like supposed to be there.
Okay.
And then I got like unofficially at all the festivals in Milwaukee. Summerfest, Bastille Days. I even did like a Pride Fest.
You have guts, man.
Well, I mean, I love performing.
Yeah.
And I loved, I was so young and good at juggling at the time, so
Yeah.
it was like, people liked it, and I made really good money doing it. And I'd do chainsaws, fire, and knives. Like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was wild.
I didn't know about the chainsaws.
I was one of the youngest chainsaw jugglers in the world. Then I took one to my bicep. It nicked me right there, and I had to stop.
Whoa.
True story.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. It's, that's how I kind of learned how to work a crowd and do crowd work was, street performing. It's all crowd work.
Have you ever said, like, while you're doing stand-up and, like, you know how, like, people, like, I think you and I have similar nice guy energy?
Yeah.
Like, people you're crowd working with already think that they're more intimidating. You know what I mean? Like, they think they're intimidating or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they'll do bits like, have you ever used this as a line, like, no, I'm not afraid, I juggled chainsaws before?
sometimes I would say that like I've broken bones on stage before, and
Okay.
I have. And I'm like, so like if I bomb and my feelings get hurt, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, although inside I'm like, I'd rather my bones break than my feelings get hurt. Are you the same?
Yeah. There's some sets that I'm like, you know, I'd rather be punched again.
Yeah.
But more often than not, it's the best thing ever.
I do love it. But yeah, performing for me is like, I started liking to perform because I liked making other people feel good.
Yes.
Like I always hated when other people, like in school, were mean to someone else. I'm like, no, be mean to me. Don't be mean to someone else. Like I can take it.
Yeah.
You know, and I always wanted to like, so I use like comedy, I think, as a way to make people liked me.
Yeah.
I think because I didn't care if I like was an idiot or made myself look like silly.
Right.
And put self-deprecating.
Well, that was like, and this kid's killer.
She's 9 years old and she's busking in the park. She's singing John Lennon.
Yeah.
She's got a good voice. Very cute.
Very good. Yeah, I used to do it as sort of like a defense mechanism.
I think that's what it was for me too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That lady didn't look up until the last minute, and she almost just headbutt your camera.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Jousting with my GoPro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think defense mechanism for sure, but also it felt good when you could make people laugh with, and then it didn't become. Then you became known as like, not like a class clown, but like a funny guy. And that was always kind of nice. When people were like, oh, he's really funny. To me, that was a bigger compliment than like, oh, he's really good looking.
Right.
Or he's really nice. Like, no, I'm funny. Tell him I'm funny.
Well, it's like nothing. This is a very therapy sentence, but you're supposed to look at all the data. You know, like if you're being hard on yourself, you're probably only looking at the data that proves you're. Like the thesis, I'm not funny, right? You're only
Right.
looking at the data that says you're not.
Right.
And you're excluding the data that says you are.
Yes.
But so like if you have bad self-esteem and then you say something funny, there is just this earth-shattering proof that you are
Yeah.
funny, or you do have some sort of skill,
Yes.
and you can't deny that evidence.
Absolutely.
It's a instinctual reflex of this is funny.
Yeah. I love
That's
that.
a good feeling.
It's a great feeling. Now you're like, you work clean. We discussed this.
Yeah.
You're kind of clean cut.
Yeah.
What? You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
What really pisses you off though?
Oh, God.
Like what is it? When does Dark Steven Rodgers come out?
Disrespect, like not
Disrespect.
like
Hey.
non-ethical, like like slow walkers that
Slow. Non-ethical
No,
slow walkers.
like the ones that non-medical reasons slow walking.
You're trying so hard not to get canceled.
Well, my mom walks with a cane,
Oh,
so I
okay.
understand and have a deep respect. And
Is your mom a pimp?
yes, she honestly sometimes she looks like one. If she has anything that's long flow,
Yeah.
like a long jacket,
Yeah.
she looks pimpish.
That's awesome.
And
Love
a lot
it.
of purple.
Hey,
but,
purple's cool.
Yeah, she looks great in it. But when people walk in like when couples think that their relationship can't survive not walking next to
Right.
each other.
Single file.
Just walk single
Yeah,
file.
yeah.
Caitlin and I walk single file all the time. I'm
Yeah.
still gonna love her when she gets back. Like it's like you
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
to take up the whole sidewalk.
Yeah.
I think like Sex and the City is very popular, very fun, good show. You ruined sidewalks.
Yeah, they're like
They
four in a row.
They ruin
It's not
sidewalks.
great.
They destroy any show in New York where they're walking on along.
Yeah, they're lying to
They
you.
ruined it.
Yeah.
And they are lying.
Yeah.
Anyone that doesn't acknowledge the rest of the world drives me crazy.
People that wait outside of the subway, just like in groups.
Yeah, man.
I'm like when you get outside and they're just like a pack of people.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. Huh? That was a little too creepy.
That one was. I think
It only works if they acknowledge me first.
when you hit the ladies
Hello,
like that,
ladies.
too, ladies.
Ladies.
There
There was a wrestler named Val Venus, and he was like a porn star. That was his character.
Oh,
and his thing was, hello, ladies.
Oh God,
He was one of my favorite wrestlers, though.
that's yeah. Ladies hit like that. No matter what you could be You could be doing community service and it still comes out.
Yeah, that is very creepy. I don't think they heard me, thankfully.
No,
but
you're safe.
I'm leaving it in.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, anything where you
hate when people turn into cones. They just stay there and get in your way.
Well, any evidence of like
we
that,
love America.
Interesting thing to yell or not. I don't know.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Please.
Because we're approaching this carousel.
Yeah.
So.
Which was in Daredevil season 2. It really was actually.
So this is the New York carousel.
Yeah.
And I used to. Well, one time I said I used to, but there used to be a guy here who would stand on like a milk carton, and it would said, it would be like, I have a sign that said like, "Make me juggle," and he was dressed like a clown or something, but he had juggling clubs, and if you paid him $1, he would juggle. Well, my buddy and I were over here one day and we saw him, and we had our juggling stuff with him, so we just juggled right in front of him, like better than he ever could.
Oh,
and I
man.
kind of feel it was kind of like a dick move. You know, he's trying to just make a living, and I'm
Of
just
course.
like, but I was like, come on, juggle with us, man, and he just wouldn't unless you paid him. But then I think he got bored and found a new place.
Man, that would have been fun if he did it with you.
I know, I thought so. Anyway, maybe that wasn't such a. I'm not really good at telling stories, I don't think.
I think you've been doing great.
Yeah, I'm trying. On stage, I'm good at it, but one-on-one, no bueno.
I feel the same way.
About my storytelling abilities, thank you.
No, I feel like I'm way better at socializing when it's just a scripted hour of stand-up. Yeah.
Yeah. I just read a note I did that I had for you, but like 45 minutes ago, we were talking about how your parents would watch you show you Three Stooges and Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, okay, so now you and Caitlin may be having kids one day.
Yeah, third stooge.
What type of shows do you think you'd show your kids if you were trying to influence them to get into comedy?
I was just thinking about this the other day. Because the stuff we watch is all funny stuff for the most part.
Sure. Like The Office.
The Office. Everybody
Friends,
loves Raymond.
Frasier.
Oh,
I never got into Frasier.
Caitlin got me onto it, and I gotta tell you, man, I believe the hype now.
Really?
The jokes are great.
Are they? Just seemed like
Really
a boring show. A rich guy in a big apartment.
I agree, and that is what turned me off for the longest time.
Sure.
And you do stuff for the ones you love. She wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I love you.
All right.
I'm probably not gonna like this.
Yeah.
And then it's just killer jokes.
That's awesome.
There's so many jokes.
Yeah.
And
well, that's good to know.
it's like it's almost like the filling of the dessert is great, but you look at it from the outside and you're like, this is gonna be stale. And all that, and then it's just rich on the inside.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm surprised to know that.
I loved it, and I still watch it.
Wow.
And I haven't seen them all yet, so I'm started from the beginning, and it's one of those things that hypnotizes her. So I always worry I'm putting on something that she doesn't want to watch.
Yeah, I get that too.
So when you find something you both are into,
oh, it's the best.
It's pure magic.
My wife loves to watch like Real Housewives of New York and
Sure,
stuff.
yeah.
Because she loves to go to like these places that she recognizes from TV shows and stuff, and that's it's all about New York, so she loves it.
We watch some reality TV, but not so much as much as we used to during the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, during the pandemic was crazy. I watched every episode of Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
I think I watched the entire season of the entire Office, all of The Office.
We watched all of RuPaul.
Oh, cool.
I loved it.
Oh, I had a RuPaul, a guy from my high school, Darius Rose,
Yeah.
was on season 12, I think, of RuPaul's Drag Race. Became a super famous drag queen because of the show.
That's awesome.
And now she was on Talkie Walkie episode 2.
Oh, wow.
So her name is Jackie Cox.
Oh.
Do you know Jackie
yes.
Cox? She's like the Persian princess of drag.
Yes. Wow.
And she kept making fun of my accent because I say drag instead of drag or whatever. She's like, I can tell you're from Wisconsin. I'm like, I met you in Wisconsin.
I love I love drag shows. I've only been to like 3 live, but the comedy in it is so good.
It's so fun. Even like, have you ever been to a burlesque show?
Yes,
Because
I've performed on a few.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah.
And they're always very funny. Like some people take it too seriously. And
Yes.
they're like, you're not. That's not my style.
Well,
Could be theirs. Just I like fun. I like comedy. So
I respect it, but any form of comedy live is just, it's really great.
I love it. Yeah.
I love watching it.
Do you like going to the circus?
I haven't been in years,
Oh, okay.
but I loved it as a kid.
All right.
And I'm a big elephant guy, so they're gone now.
Yeah,
but
well, probably better.
it is
if
way
you're a big
better.
elephant guy, you should probably be
I'm
happy
glad
about
they're
it. Right?
gone. But when I was a kid, I didn't know better, so it was cool to see them.
Oh yeah, as a kid, I remember the Great Circus Parade
Yeah.
would be in Milwaukee.
Oh,
because
wow.
Baraboo, Wisconsin is like where like P.T. Barnum was based out of.
Okay.
So they would have the circus parade. All these clowns would come in. I met Bozo the Clown. Remember that game?
Whoa.
Like that Bozo the Clown TV show, like game show thing. He was there. Got to meet him. Cool guy.
Amazing.
Anyway, yeah. So
Have you ever been recognized doing this show?
not yet. I've only done like 13. But the people that I interview have been recognized.
Oh, that's fun.
Darius was recognized once. Trevor from O-Town. Sam Ramsdell. She has like the world's biggest mouth.
Yes.
She's like a TikTok superstar.
Yeah.
She got
I've done
recognized.
a show with her.
She's very, very funny. And she got recognized next to all this animal cruelty. Animal cruelty.
As much as I agree, I immediately clam up.
I know, same here. And now it's like, now you know what I feel
Yeah.
like when I'm with my wife.
Well-
She's like, but she's much louder and she wants them to hear him. I'm like,
Caitlin's very good at that. Like, Caitlin has the same triggers I have on, we were talking about street behavior.
Uh-huh.
And she'll be like, head up, head up, head up to anyone that's texting.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm very proud of her. I stand by her 100%, but I immediately like,
Because then you have to be the one that has to fight this person.
well, I mean, most likely they won't even get to me because she'd kick their ass before
yeah.
I could.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I wouldn't, because she would get to them first.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, you don't want to make a lesson out of them.
But yeah, I don't want to take away her fight. you
Right,
know?
totally.
I don't want to mansplain
Oh,
physically.
exactly. Oh, God, all these pigeons.
Yeah.
We are out of Central Park now. We're walking by, we're on 7th and 59th.
Look at that.
What are we looking at?
Oh, just looking at the building.
Oh, okay. We're like, look at that. I was like, huh, what is it? Just New York being pretty.
Just me being a tourist in my own home.
All right.
We don't have the little white guy.
That's all right.
Oh.
There we
Speaking of
go.
little white guy, you can find me at Steven Rodgers Comedy on Instagram and YouTube. I have a special out on YouTube called Before He Was Super. Feast of My Worries is going to come out in 24. And I'm going to be touring in 2024.
Woo!
So just go to StevenRogersComedy.com for all my shows.
You heard it here first, folks. Steven Rodgers hitting the road 2024. It's going to be awesome. Make sure to check him out.
Please.
And yeah, you won't be disappointed. And if you come see Steven, make sure to tell him, hey, I saw
Please.
you on Talkie Walkie.
Yes.
And it was great. You said some weird things, though. And no, I'm kidding. You did, it was great. All right, Talkie Walkie.